So the first episode of Power Book 3 Raising Kanan has set the tone for what's to come for the rest of the season, and especially in terms of Kanan's position in the first season. After Kanan's actions left Raquel in a war with Unique, going into episode 2 of Raising Kanan, there were always going to be problems, and it was inevitable that we were going to see Kanan causing these problems for Raquel at an early age. We spoke about how Kanan is going to be young, smart and naive, but a hustler, and he showed some of these traits in the first episode of Raising Kanan, but his actions of killing Buck 20 were premature, and now they're going to have some consequences, not just for himself but for Raquel and his whole family, which will now run across this whole season. So we're dissecting episode 2's trailer, what we saw from Raquel versus Unique, Detective Howard, because they never showed much of his character in the first episode, but his mannerism and his personality tells us that he's a character that we need to watch, because I think he'll be heavily involved in episode 2 of Raising Kanan, so we're breaking it down in this video. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 related over the coming months. But let's talk about episode 2 and what's to come, because Kanan's going to have a target on his back, now because Unique has warned Raquel that there are people that he has no control over that will want blood for Buck 20, and Raquel will still need to protect him, and I think this is a theme that we're going to see throughout season 1, with Kanan being protected by Raquel, Marvin and Lulu as he continues to learn, and he's going to have to do a lot of learning and growing up quickly, because he's got a big target on his back after he killed Buck 20 in the last episode, and it doesn't matter that Unique has taken extra corners off Raquel, because Kanan killing Buck, there's still going to be people wanting blood and revenge for his death. Some of his family and friends will want to avenge his death, and for some people and crews, no amount of money that Raquel throws to squash this beef will be enough. There will always be someone who will want revenge, and that's what Raquel warns Kanan of in this teaser for episode 2. It's his first day back at school since what went down in episode 1, so it's still going to be hot out there, so he needs to watch himself as Raquel warns Kanan that he needs to basically have eyes at the back of his head. Crews and kids are going to be talking on the streets and in school, and there will be rumours flying around that Kanan killed Buck, and this is what Davina asks Kanan. Now Buck was Davina's boyfriend, so naturally she's going to be a little upset coming into episode 2 of Raising Kanan, but Kanan's going to be there when Davina tells him that she's been hearing that him and his friends had beef with Buck, but Kanan's going to do what he has to do, and he's going to tell her that it ain't real. So of course Kanan has to lie, but I'm sure Davina isn't stupid, and she'll soon learn the truth about what happened, because this is a scene that we saw in the official trailer for Raising Kanan, and it looks like Unique talking to Davina. Buck 20 was working for Unique, and Davina will probably want answers to what happened, and Unique seems like a powerful man, an opportunist. He sees the opportunity with Kanan killing Buck to take the corners from Raquel, and I'm sure he'll see this as an opportunity to use Davina to get to Kanan, so Unique could well twist Davina's mind and use her to get back at Kanan. So can Kanan trust Davina? Of course he can't, but he's still going to be there for her while she gets into a fight at school and gets thrown out. Now Kanan's going to be there for her, but what's Davina's play? What's Unique's play in this situation? Because I made reference to how Tariq was burned by Effie in Power, and I can see a similar situation playing out with Kanan. Something that 2-Bit mentioned in Power was when Lakeisha was getting involved in the business with Tommy, he said shit always goes sideways when a female is involved. In this case 2-Bit was correct, and I feel this season of Raising Kanan is going to be a very big learning curve for Kanan, not just about the street, but this includes learning about trust and love. So let's see what Davina's play is, let's see what Kanan's play is, and let's see what Unique's play is with this whole situation. But Detective Howard and Unique, let's talk about them and what's to come from them in episode 2 of Raising Kanan. And Detective Howard was a character we never really saw much of in the first episode, but they gave us a glimpse and a tease about what's to come for his character, and he is certainly street. He's someone who grew up in the streets, and you can certainly tell from his manner, the way he carries himself, but now he's got a badge, so he's going to be playing both sides of the law, because he's dark, he's a selfish character who's always going to be looking out for himself, telling his partner Detective Berg that the gun that was used in the drive-by shootout is long gone, and it's a long shot finding it, because it's probably at the bottom of a river by now. So as I said, he's going to be playing both sides of the law, and he's going to be doing what's best for himself, and that's what we see in the episode 2's trailer. He tells Unique that only one king could rule the kingdom, and he's betting on him, and maybe because he knows he holds all the power and holds all the cards right now. Why would Detective Howard side with him otherwise, unless there's something we don't know, of course. So going into episode 2, we're going to see that he's a selfish character and an opportunist too. He's someone that will probably come to the neighborhood and cause more problems than solve them for Raquel at this time. So Howard is going to be an early problem for Raquel, because by the looks of it, he seems to have possibly sided with Unique at this time in the war. What Unique makes of Detective Howard, or how he uses him, or if he has him in his back pocket, is yet to be seen, but I'm sure their relationship and connection will be revealed in episode 2 or going forward, because I think we'll see Detective Howard a lot more in the next episode. But here's Unique warning Raquel again, you know what time it is, the streets in the body, and we're really going to see a war and a battle between these two crews later on this season. They're definitely building up to a big war and a big fight between the two crews, and Kanan and Raquel are going to be at the heart of it all, because Kanan has a big target on his back, and Raquel is going to do everything she can do to protect him. I'm sure Raquel would take a bullet to protect Kanan, as we see him picking up a shell casing, probably left by the drive-by shootout in the last episode, and yet another drive-by shootout to come for Kanan again. Just like Detective Howard warned Kanan, he's going to have to keep them eyes wide open, because we hear a gunshot pop off, but we don't actually know if he's been hit this time. Of course we all know the fate of Kanan anyway, so it's safe to to say that he's not going to be killed, but I can still see him taking a bullet or two in the process, and even someone else taking a bullet or two for him just to protect him, and he's going to learn some more harsh lessons real quick. There was this scene that we saw in the official trailer where he was beat up and robbed, probably by Unique's guys, with Marvin what looks like he's protecting him this time. I'm not sure if this scene is from episode 2, but it's going to come pretty soon, because that target on Kanan's back is not going anywhere anytime soon. But as for Raquel and Unique, now Unique has made his position pretty clear. He stamped his authority and position and power by taking Raquel's corners, and at this moment in time Raquel can't do anything, but it doesn't mean she's going to take a knee, because as Hypost used to say, once you're on your knees then it's damn near impossible to get back up on your feet. So we're going to see Raquel standing her ground when it comes to Unique, and there's going to be a fight for this position of power soon. I don't actually see either of these characters dying in the first season. I think both of them will make it out alive, and they've set it up nicely for the rest of the season. There's a war to come between Unique and Raquel's crew. There's Kanan, who's going to learn a lot more lessons, but also start learning the streets, because Raquel knows the best way to protect Kanan is not to send him away to his grandma's, is to keep him close by where she can protect him and also teach him how to protect himself. Just like we've already seen Raquel teaching Kanan in the early scenes, her teaching is far from over, and it's going to be an interesting season, and it's going to be a season with a high body count, a lot of deaths, a lot of gritty violence, and kills, just like we saw with the dog scene. Now I have a dog myself, so it's hard to watch, especially when you have a love for a pet, but it's not the first time we saw a dog being killed on Power. Something I touched on in my video yesterday was this little Easter egg and connection that they made to the original Power show. Tommy and Holly's dog was named Belle, that was killed by Lobos' men, and the dog that Raquel had heated up like chicken soup in a microwave was also called Bella. So there's just a little connection or Easter egg from Power to Power Book 3 Raising Kanan, if you didn't quite catch it on my video yesterday. But Raquel has certainly asserted herself as a dominant and powerful queenpin, and this is why I'm so excited about her character. She's someone who takes no shit, has zero tolerance, who's never gonna bend a knee, and isn't afraid of someone like Unique, no matter how much power he has. I also hope at some point we get introduced to Unique's brother, and I think we've already seen them put the wheels in motion for that to happen. And this is Power, so I'm sure they can find a way of releasing him from prison if they wanted to go down that road. But let me know what you guys think about episode 2's trailer. There's definitely more deaths and violence to come in episode 2, and Kanan's going to be at the center of attention once again next week. Hopefully we see a bit more from Jukebox, because that's one character I'm really looking forward to seeing when they do explore a character in a bit more detail over the coming season. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But I'm going to be back tomorrow again and all week breaking down key storylines where we'll dissect the episode even more. So let me know your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section, and of course if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.